Johannesburg in what is being described as one of the most dramatic political shifts in recent South African history, the African National Congress Youth League, ANCYL, has launched a searing attack on President Cyril Ramaphosa, accusing him of abandoning the ideals of the liberation struggle. The organization, which has historically served as the voice of youthful activism within the ruling party, claims Ramaphosa has betrayed the revolution, sidelined the masses, and aligned himself with elite interests at the expense of ordinary South Africans. The storm began at a fiery press conference in Johannesburg earlier this week, where the ANCYL's leadership did not mince words. "We cannot and will not remain silent while our president betrays the very principles that birthed this movement," declared the League's national chairperson. The revolution was fought for justice, equality, and economic emancipation. Today, we see a government that protects the powerful and marginalizes the people who fought for freedom. The Youth League's criticisms span multiple fronts. First, they argue that the president's economic policies have favored corporations and foreign investors while failing to address structural unemployment, poverty, and inequality. "Young people are losing hope," said one ANCYL official. "We see a generation without jobs, without opportunities, and a leadership that speaks to boardrooms while ignoring the streets. This is not the revolution we fought for." Second, the ANCYL has taken aim at Ramaphosa's handling of corruption within the party and government structures. While Ramaphosa has presented himself as a reformist, pushing for accountability and clean governance, the Youth League contends that these efforts are selective and insufficient. "You cannot claim to fight corruption while your cabinet and your allies continue to benefit from looted public resources," they argued. "The people are watching, and we will not be silent while our nation is betrayed in the name of political convenience." Tensions reached a boiling point with the Youth League's invocation of revolutionary rhetoric reminiscent of the anti-apartheid struggle. Members rallied under banners calling for the revolution to continue and the people to rise. Analysts note that this is unusual in the post-apartheid political landscape, where the ANCYL has typically operated as a junior partner to the main ANC structures rather than as an outspoken critic of the president. Political commentators warn that the ANCYL's public denunciation could have ripple effects within the ANC itself. With factionalism already threatening to destabilize party cohesion, this latest challenge from the youth wing could embolden other dissatisfied factions to voice their grievances more openly. Some speculate that the Youth League is positioning itself as the conscience of the party, appealing to the growing frustration among South African youth and communities left behind by perceived policy failures. For Ramaphosa, the criticism is more than symbolic. It underscores the widening disconnect between his administration and younger members of the ANC, a demographic that represents both the party's future and a critical voting bloc. "Leadership is not just about managing institutions, it is about inspiring people," said a political analyst. "When the youth rise against you in this way, it signals that legitimacy and moral authority are being questioned, not just policy." In response to the accusations, the presidency issued a brief statement acknowledging the concerns raised by the Youth League but defending the administration's record. Officials emphasized economic growth initiatives, social welfare programs, and ongoing anti-corruption measures as evidence of Ramaphosa's commitment to the revolution's ideals. Yet, for the ANCYL, the response falls short of the accountability they demand. The unfolding conflict raises profound questions about the ANC's direction and its ability to balance generational expectations with entrenched political realities. If the Youth League's outrage resonates with a wider audience, South Africa could witness an unprecedented political confrontation within its ruling party, one where the next generation challenges the stewardship of the current leadership in the name of the liberation struggle's founding principles. As the nation watches, the words, "You betrayed the revolution," echo far beyond the confines of Johannesburg. They signal a brewing storm within the ANC, a test of loyalty, and a challenge to President Ramaphosa's legacy. Will he heed the call of the youth, or will the widening generational rift deepen, threatening the cohesion of a party that has ruled South Africa for over 3 decades. Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the revolution's youth are demanding to be heard.